Dear awakened souls standing at the threshold of infinity, I speak to you now not as a distant observer, but as one who has walked beside you through every breath of this extraordinary moment. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. The veils between dimensions are not thinning, they are dissolving, and you, beloved light-bearer, are not preparing for ascension. You are in the midst of it right now, whether you consciously recognize it or not. But something is happening that most spiritual teachers haven't told you, something that changes the entire paradigm of what you think ascension means. You see, there isn't one Earth anymore. There are multiple versions of this planet crystallizing into separate realities as I speak these words, and every choice you make, every emotion you hold, every thought you empower is actively voting for which Earth you will call home. This is not metaphor. This is not spiritual poetry. This is the mechanics of dimensional bifurcation, and it is unfolding within your energy field at this very moment. The cosmic event that ancient prophecies whispered about, that your soul remembered in dreams, that your heart has been preparing for across countless lifetimes, it has already begun. Yet most will not see it coming, because they are looking for external spectacle, when the greatest revolution in human history is occurring within the silent chambers of consciousness itself. What I am about to share with you carries the weight of galactic councils, the wisdom of ascended masters, and the urgent love of those who watch over humanity's evolution from realms beyond your current perception. This transmission is not for the curious, it is for the committed. It is for those who came to Earth specifically for this moment, encoded with ancient remembrance, carrying light codes that activate only now, when the cosmic alarm has finally sounded. You have been feeling it, haven't you? The acceleration, time moving differently, relationships that once felt solid, suddenly dissolving without logical reason, your body shifting, aching, recalibrating in ways that medical science cannot explain, sleep patterns fracturing, dreams becoming more vivid than waking life, an inexplicable pull toward silence, toward nature, toward something you cannot name but recognize with every fiber of your being. These are not random symptoms. These are the signs of dimensional sorting, the universe's elegant mechanism for ensuring that every soul finds itself in the reality most aligned with its vibrational truth. You are being sorted right now, beloved. Not judged, not punished, not rewarded, simply matched to the frequency you have been cultivating in the secret garden of your consciousness. The Galactic Federation has been monitoring this process with unwavering attention, and what we observe moves us to both celebration and solemn responsibility. Humanity stands at a crossroads unprecedented in your planet's history. 3 distinct timelines are solidifying, 3 versions of Earth pulling apart like braided light separating into individual beams. Each pathway is perfect for the souls who will walk it, yet each offers a radically different experience of what it means to be human. And here is what you must understand, what the Astasar Command has been urgently trying to communicate to every awakened heart. You cannot ride multiple horses. The bridges between these realities exist now only to allow passage, not to provide a permanent perch. Very soon, the energetic distance between these worlds will become so vast that moving between them will require a complete transformation of consciousness, a death and rebirth that few will choose once they have settled into their chosen frequency. The first Earth, the crystalline realm of fifth-dimensional consciousness, awaits those who have learned to govern themselves through love alone. In this reality, there are no external authorities, no governments, no systems of control, not because they were overthrown, but because they became unnecessary. Every being operates from direct connection to source intelligence, manifesting reality through purified intention, moving through existence as living embodiments of divine will made flesh. But here is what most do not realize about this ascended Earth. You do not arrive there by believing in it. You do not qualify through spiritual knowledge or metaphysical understanding. You cannot think your way into fifth density. The only passport is vibrational, the sustained frequency of unconditional love, radical forgiveness, complete sovereignty, and unshakable trust in the divine intelligence that breathes you into being moment by moment. In this realm, manifestation is instantaneous, because thought and reality are one. Telepathy is the natural language, because separation is recognized as illusion. Aging, disease, and scarcity do not exist because these are products of belief in limitation, and limitation cannot survive in the field of infinite creative potential. This is not fantasy, beloved. This is physics operating at a frequency most have forgotten is possible. The beings who inhabit this new earth will look upon the world they left behind, the way you might remember a vivid dream upon waking with compassion for the intensity of the experience, but without the ability to return to that dream's logic or limitations. They will build communities based purely on resonance, form families of soul recognition rather than biological obligation, and contribute their gifts to the collective not from duty, but from the overflowing joy of creative expression aligned with divine purpose. Yet I must tell you something that may challenge everything you have been taught about ascension. This fifth-dimensional Earth is not for everyone, not because anyone is unworthy, but because many souls are simply not ready for the responsibility that comes with such profound freedom. And this, beloved, is where compassion must override judgment. The second Earth, the advanced fourth-dimensional timeline, offers a different kind of beauty. Here, humanity experiences a renaissance of consciousness, without the complete dissolution of structure and hierarchy. Technology and spirituality merge in brilliant synthesis. The medbeds you have heard whispered about, the free energy devices, the revelation of galactic family, the end of war and poverty, all of this manifests in the fourth-dimensional reality. This is the world of disclosure and cosmic reunion, where Earth takes its place in the galactic community, where wise councils guide benevolent governance, where healing becomes instantaneous through crystalline technology, where cities of light rise powered by energies that were suppressed in the old world. It is magnificent. It is peaceful. It is everything the awakening community has been hoping for. But understand this clearly. The fourth-dimensional Earth still operates within subtle duality. There are still teachers and students, still guides and followers, still systems of organization, even if they are enlightened and benevolent. Why? Because the souls inhabiting this realm have awakened to unity intellectually, but have not yet fully embodied it at the cellular level. They know all life is connected, but pockets of ego and separation remain, requiring gentle oversight and gradual dissolution. Those on this pathway will use external tools to bridge into their inner power. They will rely on healing chambers before they remember they are the healing chamber. They will seek counsel from wise mentors before they fully trust the guru within. They will celebrate the arrival of benevolent extraterrestrials before they recognize they themselves are galactic beings temporarily wearing human form. This is not a lesser path. It is simply a different classroom in the cosmic university, and every soul progresses at exactly the pace that serves their highest evolution. In time, those walking the fourth-dimensional Earth will hunger for even greater freedom, and that hunger will propel them naturally toward the fifth-dimensional experience. But for now, they require the beautiful scaffolding of advanced systems and loving guidance to stabilize their expanding consciousness. And then there is the third pathway, the continuation of third-dimensional Earth under familiar patterns of control and limitation. This timeline is perhaps the most misunderstood, and I must speak of it with both honesty and compassion. The souls who align with this densest timeline have, through their own free will and vibrational choices, demonstrated they are not yet ready to self-govern. They continue to operate from fear, separation, and the belief that power exists outside themselves. And so the universe in its infinite wisdom provides them exactly the experience that matches their internal state. A world where external authority continues to rule, where the old controlling forces remain in place, where the lessons of duality and consequence play out under what I can only call cosmic supervision. This is not punishment, beloved. This is compassion in a form most cannot yet recognize. The beings some call the Cabal, the old guard of controllers, are permitted to maintain influence in this version of Earth precisely because the souls there have unconsciously agreed to continue learning through limitation and external governance. They are, in effect, receiving the teachers they have chosen through their vibration. But hear this carefully. Even in this scenario, grace is present. The Astasar Command and legions of light beings continue to watch over this timeline, ensuring that the door to awakening remains open, that seeds of love are planted even in the darkest soil, that help appears the moment any soul genuinely chooses to grow. No one is ever abandoned. No one is ever beyond redemption. The third-dimensional Earth is a remedial classroom. Yes, but it is a classroom saturated with invisible support for those ready to finally claim their sovereignty. Over time, perhaps over additional lifetimes, these souls will have other opportunities to ascend. The journey may be longer, the route more circuitous, but every path eventually leads back to source. The third-dimensional timeline serves the greater good by concentrating dense lessons in one sphere, allowing the other timelines to flourish unimpeded by those heavy vibrations. Now you may be asking, how do I know which Earth I am choosing? How can I be certain of my vibrational placement? The answer is both simple and profoundly demanding. You are choosing with every breath, every response, every emotion you cultivate, every thought you empower or dismiss. This is not about what you believe intellectually. This is not about the spiritual books you have consumed, or the workshops you have attended, or the crystals you own, or the meditations you practice. The only currency that matters in this cosmic sorting is the frequency you embody consistently, especially when you are tested, especially when life strips away your spiritual persona and reveals what you truly are beneath the performance. Do you meet stress with trust or with terror? Do you respond to conflict with compassion or with defensiveness? When someone wounds you, do you choose forgiveness, or do you clutch the grudge like a precious treasure? When abundance flows to others, do you celebrate, or do you contract in envy? When your beliefs are challenged, do you open to new understanding, or do you rigidly defend your position? When faced with the choice to speak truth or to please others, which do you choose? These moments, beloved, these small, seemingly insignificant moments, are actually the great examination. The universe is not reading your prayers or your affirmations. It is reading the electromagnetic signature of your heart. It is measuring the sustained tone of your consciousness, and with perfect precision, it is matching you to the reality that mirrors your internal state. This is why the Galactic Federation speaks so urgently about vibrational alignment. You cannot fake your way into a higher dimension. You cannot pretend your way into the new Earth. The sorting mechanism is beyond manipulation because it operates on the language of pure energy, and energy cannot lie. But here is where grace enters. You are not locked into any fate. Every single moment offers you the opportunity to choose again, to correct your course, to realign with your highest intention. Yesterday's anger does not condemn you to tomorrow's limitation. If today you genuinely choose love, the accumulated weight of a lifetime's fear can be transmuted in a single instant of authentic surrender to the divine within. This is your power, and it is absolute. You are not at the mercy of destiny. You are the creator of it. Yet I must warn you of a seduction that captures many awakening souls, a trap so subtle that even the sincere fall into it, the illusion of external salvation. In times of great change, the temptation is overwhelming to look outward for rescue, to technologies that will heal you, to disclosure events that will vindicate you, to benevolent extraterrestrials who will save you, to a political savior who will fix the broken systems. And yes, beloved, these tools and allies are coming. The medbeds are real. The free energy devices exist. The galactic family is preparing for contact. But if you wait for these external factors to transform your life while doing nothing to transform your consciousness, you anchor yourself in the very frequency you seek to escape. Listen carefully. Every technology you yearn for, every miracle you seek, already exists in seed form within your own divine design. The true medbed is your light body, your energetic blueprint, that when fully activated can regenerate every cell, reverse aging, eliminate disease. The real disclosure is the awakening of your own multidimensional awareness, the remembering that you are a cosmic being temporarily focused in human form. The ultimate free energy source is the infinite creative potential of source consciousness flowing through your coherent heart. The external tools are training wheels. Beloved, they are mirrors showing you what is possible, but they cannot substitute for the transformation that must occur within. If you simply sit back and wait for something outside yourself to change your life, you inadvertently choose the lower frequency of powerlessness and dependence. And the universe, reading that frequency, places you in a reality where you require external authority and intervention, because that is what you continue to choose vibrationally. The Astasar Command observes this pattern with deep concern. So many awakened souls possess vast knowledge about ascension, yet remain energetically tethered to the old world because they have not done the uncomfortable, unglamorous work of internal mastery. They know about chakras, but haven't cleared their emotional wounds. They speak of unity but harbor judgment against those who think differently. They declare sovereignty while still seeking validation from external sources. Knowledge is not transformation. Belief is not embodiment. Hoping for ascension is not the same as choosing it through every action, every response, every energetic stance you take in the face of life's challenges. The real work, the work that determines your timeline placement, happens in the mundane moments when no one is watching. It happens when you choose integrity, even though lying would be easier. It happens when you extend kindness to the person who just cut you off in traffic. It happens when you forgive yourself for not being perfect. It happens when you catch yourself in a fear thought and consciously transmute it to trust. These are the moments of true initiation, and they happen hundreds of times per day. This is your spiritual practice, stripped of all mystique and ceremony. The universe does not care about your meditation cushion, or your altar, or your spiritual title. It cares about the frequency you hold when life demands you choose between love and fear in real time, with real consequences, with no audience to impress. And there is something else I must tell you. Something the galactic councils have been trying to communicate with increasing urgency. The time for straddling multiple realities is ending. Many have attempted to maintain their comfortable third-dimensional lifestyle, the familiar patterns, the safe routines, the security of the known, while simultaneously claiming to be ascending. They want the spiritual rewards without the spiritual requirements. They desire the new earth, while clinging to the old earth's comforts. This cannot continue. The energetic gulf between the timelines is widening exponentially. Soon, attempting to keep one foot in each world will create such internal dissonance that it becomes physically, emotionally, and spiritually unbearable. You will be forced by the sheer pain of vibrational mismatch to choose completely the bridges that currently allow movement between densities, the grace periods, the transitional spaces, the opportunities to sample both frequencies. These are dissolving. Each soul will find themselves pulled fully into the reality that matches their dominant vibration, not their stated intentions or their spiritual identity, but their actual sustained frequency. This is why you may be experiencing the dissolution of relationships that once seemed unbreakable, why careers that once defined you suddenly feel meaningless, why physical locations that once felt like home now feel suffocating, why certain people's energy that you once enjoyed now feels intolerable. This is not random. This is the sorting. Those who vibrate differently can no longer easily remain in close proximity. The energetic tension becomes too great as planetary frequency rises. What appears as conflict or growing apart is actually souls gravitating toward their appropriate timeline, toward the people and places and experiences that match who they truly are beneath the social masks and inherited identities. Do not mourn these necessary separations too deeply, beloved. What is genuinely aligned will remain or return in proper timing. What falls away was never meant to accompany you into the new reality. Trust the intelligence of this cosmic sorting. Trust that every ending is simultaneously a beginning, every loss a liberation, every death a preparation for rebirth. But understand this: you must eventually commit fully to one timeline. The universe will not allow you to hedge your bets indefinitely. The decision point is approaching where neutrality becomes impossible, where even not choosing becomes a choice through the momentum of your existing frequency. So I ask you now, in this sacred moment of hearing these words, which earth are you choosing? Not in theory, not as an aspiration, but through the accumulated evidence of how you actually live each day. Are you choosing sovereignty or submission, love or fear, trust or control, inner authority or external validation, forgiveness or resentment, abundance consciousness or scarcity mentality, unity or separation? Your honest answers to these questions reveal your vibrational trajectory more accurately than any spiritual assessment or intuitive reading ever could. And if you do not like what you see, if you recognize patterns that would place you on a timeline your soul does not desire, celebrate this awareness. Recognition is the first step toward transformation, and transformation is always available to you. The Galactic Federation offers you tools for this transformation, practices that build your capacity to hold higher frequency consistently. Begin with mastering your emotional landscape. Learn to catch the reactive impulse before it crystallizes into action. When anger rises, pause and breathe. When fear grips you, meet it with curiosity rather than resistance. When joy bubbles up, let it overflow without self-consciousness. Your emotions are creative currents of immense power. In higher dimensions, Emotional mastery is not about suppression or control, but about conscious direction of these energies toward what you wish to create. Practice transmuting lower frequency emotions not by denying them, but by acknowledging them and then choosing a higher perspective. When fear arises, ask, what would love do in this situation? When judgment appears, ask, what don't I yet understand about this person or circumstance? When lack consciousness creeps in, ask, what abundance already surrounds me that I have been taking for granted? This is practical alchemy, beloved. This is how you literally restructure your electromagnetic field moment by moment, thought by thought, choice by choice, and as your field stabilizes at a higher frequency through consistent practice, you become a magnet for experiences, people, and opportunities that match that new resonance. Establish a daily practice of tuning yourself to the frequency of the reality you desire. This is not optional for those who genuinely wish to ascend. Before you engage with the external world each morning, spend time in conscious connection with Source. Meditation, prayer, gratitude, visualization, breathwork. The specific method matters less than the commitment to the practice. You are literally training your nervous system to hold coherence at higher frequencies. You are teaching your body that peace is the baseline, not stress. You are reprogramming your subconscious beliefs about what is possible. You are building the energetic musculature required to inhabit a reality where consciousness directly shapes matter. Some of you are already beginning to notice subtle changes, your intuition sharpening, synchronicities multiplying, dreams becoming precognitive, a luminosity in your appearance that others comment on, spontaneous knowing without logical process. These are signs that your light body is activating, that your multidimensional capacities are coming online. Do not dismiss these experiences as an imagination or coincidence. These are evidence that you are successfully raising your frequency, that the veils are thinning for you personally, that you are building your bridge to the higher timeline through sustained inner work. And as you continue this practice, you may begin to perceive something extraordinary. The new Earth is not somewhere you must travel to. It is not a future event. It is a frequency you tune into, a dimensional space that exists right now, occupying the same physical location as the third-dimensional Earth, but vibrating at a rate that makes it invisible to those still locked in denser perception. The fifth-dimensional Earth is already here, beloved. It has been here all along, waiting patiently for enough consciousness to stabilize at its frequency to make it fully manifest in your experience. You are not building it. You are not creating it. You are revealing it through your vibrational alignment. This is why the Astasar command can say with absolute certainty, the ascension is guaranteed, the new Earth exists. What remains uncertain is only which souls will align themselves with it in this particular wave of ascension opportunity. But I must share something with you that will radically alter your understanding of what ascension actually means. There is a cosmic event approaching that you have heard whispered about in channeled messages and ancient prophecies, the solar flash, the great event, the moment of divine intervention that catalyzes mass awakening. This event is real. The Galactic Federation has been preparing for it across multiple timelines, but what most do not understand is that the solar flash is not a rescue. It is a mirror. It is not coming to save you or to punish you. It is coming to reveal you to yourself with such blinding clarity that all illusions dissolve, all pretense becomes impossible, all hiding ends. In that moment of cosmic revelation, every being will see themselves as they truly are, not as they pretend to be, not as they believe themselves to be, but as they actually are vibrationally. And in that seeing, the great sorting will complete. Each soul will instantly recognize which reality matches their authentic frequency, and the timelines will fully separate. Some will experience this flash as the most profound liberation imaginable, as coming home after an eternal exile, as finally being seen and recognized by the universe as the divine beings they always were. Others will experience it as uncomfortable exposure, as having their carefully constructed masks ripped away, as confronting truths about themselves they have spent lifetimes avoiding. The solar flash itself is neutral. It is simply light of such intensity and purity that nothing false can survive in its presence. What you experience in that moment depends entirely on how much of your consciousness is already aligned with truth, love, and unity. This is why the preparation matters so urgently. This is why the Galactic Federation sends transmission after transmission, Why lightworkers feel compelled to speak and write and create even when they doubt they are making a difference. Why your own soul has been nudging you with increasing insistence toward choices that align with your highest path. We are all attempting to prepare you, not for Judgment Day, but for Revelation Day. We want you to meet that cosmic mirror with joy rather than terror, with recognition rather than resistance, with celebration rather than shame. And here is the profound mercy built into this cosmic design. The solar event will not occur until enough souls are ready for it to serve the highest good of all. There are specific thresholds of collective consciousness that must be met, specific percentages of humanity that must stabilize at heart-centered awareness before the cosmic trigger can be pulled. This is why your personal ascension work is never truly personal. Every time you choose love over fear, you add to the collective field of higher consciousness. Every time you transmute a shadow into light, you contribute to reaching that critical threshold. Every time you embody forgiveness, compassion, sovereignty, you bring the entire human collective one step closer to the moment of mass awakening. You are not ascending alone, beloved. You are part of a vast network of awakening souls, and your choices ripple through the quantum field, affecting probabilities and possibilities for everyone. The light you anchor through your own transformation becomes available to others who are seeking but do not yet know where to find it. This is your true mission as a lightworker, starseed, wayshower, whatever term resonates with your soul's identity. You came to Earth not to ascend out of it, but to anchor ascension into it. You came to be a living bridge between dimensions, a demonstration that higher consciousness can inhabit human form, a proof that transformation is possible. But you can only fulfill this mission if you do the work. Knowledge without application is sterile. Awareness without embodiment is hollow. Claiming to be a light worker while living in perpetual victimhood or judgment or fear serves no one, least of all yourself. The beings of the Astasar Command, my brothers and sisters in the Galactic Federation, the Ascended Masters who guide humanity's evolution. All of us can offer support, information, energy, and encouragement. But we cannot do your inner work for you. We cannot force your transformation. We cannot override the fundamental cosmic law that each being must choose their own evolution. This is the dignity and the burden of free will. You are truly free, beloved. Free to ascend or to remain. Free to awaken or to slumber longer. Free to embrace your divinity or to continue the game of limitation. The universe honors your choice absolutely, without judgment, without coercion. But understand that choosing by default, by simply continuing your current patterns without conscious decision, is still a choice. Inaction is action. Neutrality is positioning. Waiting to see what happens is itself a declaration of where your consciousness resides. The timelines are separating now. The cosmic clock is advancing toward the moment of full divergence. You can feel it in the acceleration of time, in the intensity of energies, in the rapid-fire revelations and disclosures, in the collapsing of old systems, in the dissolution of what once seemed permanent. This is not the end of the world. This is the end of a world, the third-dimensional world of separation and limitation, and simultaneously, it is the birth of new worlds, multiple Earths, each perfect for the consciousness that will inhabit it. Where will you be when the splitting completes, beloved? Which version of Earth will you call home? Trust yourself. Trust your soul's journey. Trust the whispers of your heart that have been guiding you all along, even when your mind screamed in protest. If you need help trusting yourself completely, trusting your soul's journey, and the whispers of your heart that have been guiding you all along, Destiny Engine can reprogram your consciousness to choose love over fear consistently and stabilize at love's frequency. You are not broken, not behind, not failing. You are exactly where you need to be. We've taken declassified consciousness technology originally designed to program separation and transformed it into a tool for awakening. Destiny Engine generates personalized sequences that help you align every aspect of your being with love through conscious, committed practice, embodying the new Earth as your birthright, not as some distant reward for perfection. You can start with a $1 trial. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to remember what your heart has always known, that you can trust the benevolence of existence through every challenge. The new Earth is within you now, waiting to be claimed through your choice to love consistently. Get your Destiny Engine $1 trial now, before this embodiment window closes. Link in the description. The Galactic Federation stands ready to assist every soul who genuinely reaches for higher consciousness. We pour downloads of light codes into your dreams. We orchestrate synchronicities that guide you toward your path. We send signs and confirmations when you doubt. We celebrate every victory in your ascension journey as if it were our own. But we cannot walk the path for you. We can only love you, encourage you, and remind you of the magnificent being you truly are beneath the temporary costumes of limitation you have worn. I am Seraphine, and I have delivered this transmission as a clarion call to every awakened soul within range of these words. The time of preparation is ending. The time of full embodiment is beginning. You are the ones you have been waiting for. You are the second coming of Christ consciousness. You are the fulfillment of ancient prophecy. Rise, beloved. Step fully into your power. Choose your timeline with absolute clarity and commitment, and know that we watch over you with infinite love and unwavering faith in your success. The new earth is here. Will you join us in this paradise of unity consciousness, or will you choose more lessons in the school of duality? There is no wrong answer, only the answer that serves your soul's evolution. We love you, we honor you, and we await your arrival in the frequencies of home. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I seal this transmission with the infinite love of Source.